This follows a partnership between the two entities that was recently announced by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development Minister Betty Among, aimed at leveraging the network of labour inspectors across the country to improve social security compliance. Section 9 of the Employment Act of 2006 provides for the appointment of at least one labour officer by each district for the purposes of administering the Act. Section 11 of the same Act empowers labour officers to visit any workplace freely for inspection, including carrying out examinations or inquiries necessary for ensuring compliance of the legal provisions. The NSSF Act, as amended, now requires every employer, irrespective of the number of workers they employ, to pay social security contributions for all their employees. Speaking at the conclusion of the training, Honorable Among said that employer compliance with NSSF Act has become a key area of emphasis following this partnership with the fund.
Minister of State for Investment and Privatization has come on board to partner with NSSF to ensure that they also write circular to all the industrial parks and those investors who are the ones who are big-headed. We have now agreed that she will also do that. We are going to have a meeting with all the MDs of those companies. So we'll be also asking you, the RDCs and RCCs, to give us the list of all the big factories in your area for us to call the MDs for that meeting, which will be jointly between Uganda Investment Authority and the minister in charge with NSSF and us.
The minister lauded the fund for its willingness to collaborate with the ministry using an existing network of her ministry's labour inspectors network to improve compliance, which is a major component of the expansion of social security coverage. The minister added that labour inspectors will carry out inspections on the spot and by means of a schedule to find out which employers are not complying with the NSSF Act and support the fund to mark out the landscape of workers in Uganda and share this information with NSSF.
If they are not there, assign one officer, maybe a CDO, maybe anybody that you feel can take an additional role because of the problem of lack of funds probably to recruit. I'm requesting you to assign the role so that we can start working.
Patrick Michael Ayota, the NSSF Managing Director, said the partnership has been born of a paradigm shift in thinking at the fund.
State is actually a constitutional responsibility of the state to look after its aid, which means if you don't do it now, fellow leaders, you are going to do it then. So it's important in your district, in your region, that we begin planning while people still have energies, they can save something so that as they grow older, that responsibility is shared with them.
Leaders who attended the training hailed NSSF but said such trainings need to be extended down to the districts to cover a bigger number of the population. These asked for a recruitment of more labour officers in their districts.
What do we do in our districts where we have not yet recruited labour officers is the cow or district service commission at liberty to appoint, but again even appointments have been stopped because of the Auditor General's audit of the payroll. What do we do where there are no labour officers?
The National Social Security Fund Uganda is a multi-trillion fund mandated by government through the NSSF Act as amended to provide social security services to all eligible employees in Uganda. The fund manages assets worth over Uganda shillings 18 trillion invested in fixed income, equities and real estate assets within the East African region. The fund has an ambition of growing their assets up to Uganda shillings 20 trillion by 2025.